Hello, everyone. How y'all doing?
I am struggling to ramp back up into the world of work, I must say.
You are not alone. It was a nice long break.
Yes. Yes. And it seems like some people have so much time on their hands, they keep sending emails. I'm like, y'all, we're not doing that this week. Hold on.
Not there yet. Let's wait till next week.
Right. Let's get through the first week of January, shall we?
For sure.
Alrighty, my clock says 3 and it is on time, so let's get rolling. I'm not sure how many folks we'll have for this meeting since it is so close to the holidays and people are still on vacation and enjoying all their time. But we can start with introductions. I hope everybody had a wonderful holiday season. If you're still celebrating, congratulations. If you're back to work like us, that sucks. And I hope you're looking forward to a great 2024. I am Katie Godwin. I'm over at the University of Tampa, and I do our emergency operations and other fun things. I'm just going to go down the list of the participants that I see in my screen since we're not all in person. Brenton, if you would like to share.
Hi, I'm Brenton Mosier with USF Qatar.
We've got, is it Anthony? I only see your last name, Chaumont.
It's Anthony Chaumont, yes, with JMT.
Wonderful. Eric.
Hey everybody, Eric Henry with FDOT District 7.
We've got Keith.
Keith Pippin, captain over at USF PD.
And David.
David Liller with HCC Ybor City.
Very cool, welcome. Matt.
Hey, Matt Belmonte, Tampa Police DUI Squad.
Nicole, or Officer Marchesano.
Happy New Year's, everybody. Nicole Marchesano, USF PD Tampa.
Lori.
Hello, everyone. I'm Lori Palayo with JMT.
Melissa.
Everybody, I'm Melissa Shepard with JMT, a FDOT District 7 safety consultant. And just to let you guys know, the meeting is being recorded. If you are not speaking, please mute your mics.
Suchi.
Hi, everyone. Suchi Daniels, University of South Florida. I'm the System Sustainability Manager.
Super cool. And Michael, I think I just saw you hop on.
Hi, everyone. Michael Taylor from the Hillsborough County Emergency Medical Planning Council.
Wonderful. And then we've got one more, Nicholas, and then we'll get started.
Nicholas and his Element Engineering Group.
Wonderful. Well, welcome everyone. Happy 2024 to you all. We will get started with a brief review of our December 2023 minutes. I know Melissa sent them out in the email that we got. If you have not had a chance to review them, please just peruse on the screen. And once we get 2 votes to approve, we can move forward. Or if you see any errors, that's also fine.
Motion to approve minutes.
Wonderful. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Thank you both. The minutes have been approved. They also live on our website page, so if you ever need to go back and look at them, you can find them there. And we will get started with our business updates, problem identification. I think we had 3 locations as of last time, and then we can keep on moving forward. So this Lois Avenue crossing to HCC campus, we don't have a rep from HCC Dale Mabry, correct? Not today.
I don't know if we have anybody from HCC Dale Mabry, but I was going to take over on that project and get with our mobility department and just get an answer on whether or not there is a plan to actually move forward on that. But I very much enjoyed my vacation time in the month of December, and I'll have more to report on that next month.
Totally makes sense. Wonderful. And thank you for taking the lead on that. I appreciate it. Next, I think there was a space by USF, if I recall correctly.
BB Downs.
Yes.
Okay, let's shelve that for now until I can get somebody to actually answer that question, which has been taking a little bit of time because people keep changing positions here. So let me be able to ask, but let's shelve that for now until I get more information. I too have enjoyed at least 2 weeks of vacation.
I had a feeling we were going to go that route this week. Absolutely fine and dandy. The third location is one that impacts my area, UT. So it's Kennedy Boulevard at Willow in Delaware, which is our southern border of campus. I confirmed with Marty, realistically 30 minutes ago, because I also enjoyed vacation, that he heard that the issue here is that there are no stormwater inlets on this road. The road floods. It's dangerous vehicularly and for pedestrians. So right now, there is construction going on to change the potable water system underneath. After that project is complete, which we think right now is going until the end of October of this year, DOT is going to pop in and do some sort of project on the stormwater inlets. So his expectation is that this will take another 2 to 3 years. Because of that, I don't think it really needs to be part for this group anymore. So I think we can resolve it as it relates to this. And we internally at UT will just keep an eye on it and see what other impacts we have, unless there are any questions. And realistically, I don't have answers. So I hope there are no questions.
So you want to remove it from the listing?
I think so. Unless anybody cares about it. It's just us.
Sounds like removal.
Yeah, great.
All right.
Less things to hear about. We've removed one, but are there any additional areas of concern that you've noticed over the last month since we've had our meeting in your areas? Okay. That sounds like no. So that's fantastic. So we can move into our updates and activity reports. Matt, do you want to start us off with law enforcement activity? We can go from there.
You're muted,
You're muted, Matt.
Sorry.
I was trying to pull up the email at the same time with my numbers. So we wrapped up our New Year's Eve operation. The DUI squad made 28 arrests. I know there was a media release where they said 40. That was because they counted Thursday also, but we partnered with the sheriff's office and started operation on Friday night. But 28 DUIs, 11 other arrests, 120 traffic stops. And then just, I kind of mentioned some yearly stats at the last meeting. And to kind of just wrap it up for the year, since we do have our final numbers, we had finished off with 1,457 DUI arrests. That was up 21% over last year. DUI arrests stemming from crashes were up 22%. I don't know that that necessarily means there was more crashes. I haven't dived further into those numbers, or if we're just making more arrests on those crashes, but those were up. 10,214 traffic stops, which is actually 37% increase from our squad last year. Bouncing back from COVID, officers are more active, and then we've added a couple of officers to the squad, just helped kind of boost all of those numbers.
Sounds like you had a very active year.
Busy year. Now we're ramping up for Gasparilla, so we have the Academy of the Holy Names on the 22nd. We're going to go out and do a little presentation there, and we're working with MacDill Air Force Base. They want to try and squeeze us in to do a little presentation to some of the enlisted men down there before they go and celebrate at Gasparilla and get into trouble. And that's it for us.
Yeah, definitely an important time, particularly in our space. So awesome. Officer Marchesano, do you have information from USF?
We can't hear you. Marchesano. Might not. It was Bailey. She hit the button. I knew it.
All right. Then we'll skip you and see if we can figure that out, which is totally fine. Are there any other law enforcement areas that want to report out just information that they've got?
I could come up with some if Nicole's got some issues over there. I think I saw what she covered kind of last time. There's no real traffic issues over here still because the students have been gone. Still, we just dealing with these little petty thefts that we've been having with the scooters. But that's university life over here right now.
We had a non-student group infiltrate our card access bike cage just before the break and take some of our bicycles. So we're on a similar path of trying to figure out how we stop that.
Yeah, the one thing that we did have was we had a few good stops actually just right outside on Fowler here, where we did pull a couple guns off some cars the same week, actually a couple days in a row. So we did get some guns off the street, but yeah, guys did a good job there.
It's nice when there's limited activity when the students are gone. But still important work. Any other law enforcement related reports? Going once? Alrighty. So we can move to our bicycle and pedestrian related information. Brenton, do you want to kick us off? Anything cool coming out of your space?
I want to use that word, but we are going to be doing some outreach. We are starting with some week of welcome events on HCC Del Mabry campus, January 8th, 9th, and 10th. And then there's other events that they've invited us to. I believe there's a USF Campus Safety Day sometime in February that we are participating in. And going around that. And then also I am going to be going to the Transportation Research Board conference next week to talk about geofencing. So that's exciting.
That is really cool. Awesome. Other areas?
You have a couple things that I can mention from our side here. First off, our new edition of the safety newsletter just came out. I don't think we've sent it out yet, but I can pop a link in the chat here. for everyone to take a look at if you're into that kind of thing and if you've got the time. But we, through the Bicycle Pedestrian Coalition, have been developing a tip card related to micromobility. I know that's come up in the last couple of meetings we've had here. So I wanted to share it with y'all, start to get people's feedback on it that we can maybe feed back to them. So here, let me pop the images in the chat. Pretty straightforward, but if anybody has any questions or comments they want us to ferry back to the coalition, we'd be happy to do so.
Awesome. I'm shamelessly pulling down all of your images. Cool. Other activities, thoughts as it relates to bicycles and pedestrians? I have no update from UT side because it's me and I have done nothing since our last meeting about any of our stuff. I'm working on trying to get our devices installed, but one of them was planning to go into the cage that was broken into. So now we have to figure out that issue first before we can install our repaired device. So TBD on that, but it is going in. I have them in my office. We're very excited. Otherwise, if there's no other bicycle and pedestrian stuff, we can move on to our fatal crash maps. Lori?
Okay. So from January 1st of 2023 to October 22nd, 2023, there have been 11 fatal crashes. The map shows 13 fatal crashes because 2 of the fatal crashes were located inside 2 campus buffers. At the last CTST meeting from January 1st to September 23rd, there were 9 fatal crashes. So there's been 2 new fatal crashes since the last meeting we've had. One was at USF and one was at HCC Ybor. The USF fatal crash was an angle fatal crash on East Fowler Avenue and Club Drive on September 25th, not at the intersection in day clear and dry conditions. Vehicle 1 was exiting a shopping plaza on the south side of East Fowler Avenue, making an improper left turn, crossing over the eastbound lanes to enter the westbound lanes, violating Vehicle 2's right-of-way. Vehicle 2 was eastbound on East Fowler Ave in the left inside lane of travel and struck Vehicle 1 on the driver's side of Vehicle 2 as it crossed in front of him. The fatality was motorcycle related. The HCC Ybor fatal crash was a pedestrian fatal crash on Nebraska Avenue and the Salmon Expressway on October 2nd, not at the intersection in dark, not lighted, and clear, dry conditions. The vehicle was traveling southbound on Nebraska Avenue just south of Twig Street at about 25 miles per hour. As the vehicle passed under the underpass of the Salmon Expressway, the pedestrian entered its path from the left side. So there have been 11 fatal crashes through October 22nd of 2023. In the same time period, the previous year in 2022, there were 12 fatal crashes. So we were down by 1 fatal crash for University CTST.
Those are always such fun.
No.
Yes. Any comments, questions, queries about our fatal crashes? And in our February meeting, we'll have information up to November. I'm just still shaky on the timeline of reporting. This one only.
It's a 60-day lag due to the Senate bill, so it should be November, I think. Yeah, November.
Okay. One day I'll get that right in my brain. A day. All right.
Laura, you want to explain the bill again, just in general, so people understand the lag and why there is a lag?
Yeah, it has to do with the sharing of personal information. I think it's just a legality thing. I'm not sure like the exact reasonings, but it just has to do with accessing crash reports and getting personal information with the Senate. I don't know if anybody else could expand upon that. Yeah.
Cool. Thank you. If there's no additional comments on this, we can move to open forum for anybody who has announcements, programs, thoughts.
Yeah, I've got a couple things with everybody this moment stuff. Oh, Janine, go ahead. Go ahead. I can wait, Janine.
That's okay. I was trying to be polite and raise my hand. Happy New Year. I just wanted to put out some thank yous for all the people who participated in the MAD vigil in December. I unfortunately was not there. I had another commitment, but I heard it was awesome as usual. And we had a lot of turnout, and especially all of our law enforcement involvement is always wonderful there. So just wanted to thank everyone for that. Also thanking law enforcement for the recent saturation over New Year's weekend and how successful that was. So we really appreciate everybody's involvement. A lot of people here in this group are part of that. And so just want to thank you all for that. And Matt, you made me think of this because you're going to the Academy of Holy Names, but I'm going to be out at Tampa Catholic the two days before Gasparilla, also doing presentations with their seniors there. So they purposely switched my presentations this year. Instead of right before spring break, they're having it right before Gasparilla. So I'm really happy that they're including us in that education for underage drinking and impaired driving prevention. So just wanted to put that out there. And you know, it's new year. I'm trying to come back online too, just like everybody else, you know. I'm slow on the uptake, but we're getting back in gear. So thank you all.
Awesome. Melissa, do you want to pop in?
Yes. So Mr. Peter Shu asked me to share, and this goes along with what Eric mentioned a few minutes ago. In the district's newsletter, he wanted me to mention Eric's handiwork, and it's not going to let me sing. So unfortunately, if you look in the newsletter that Eric sent you guys, oh my goodness, you can see, I can't blow it up for some strange reason, but this right here is Eric, and they all have their accomplishments that they're showing in their photo here. Eric, if you want to give some more insight of the accomplishments of the safety group.
No, you know, we've got the link in the chat. If you guys feel like reading it, take a look.
All right, awesome. And then Peter also wanted me to mention, and Eric, about the the traffic safety sub grants. So the application period is coming due. Let's see, let me just pop this over, it might be easier for everybody to see. So the sub grants, we have January and February to get the concept papers submitted. So just as a deadline marker here, just be aware of that. I know some of you guys do go for these grants. So, and I know it's a lengthy process. So they're saying that maybe by the end of October, we'll know, and then grant money will be funded then. But just to let you guys know, we have up until the end of February to get your concept papers in. And then if you have any questions, let myself or Eric know, we can help you. There's a good resource. I can put this in the chat for you guys. It does give some overview about concept papers, how to write them. And then if you go towards the bottom of the link, it will actually give you some sample concept papers for like impaired driving, motorcycle safety, work zone, etc. So this is a sub. I had to do some research on this. So a sub grant that the traffic safety partners can apply for. And this is through NHTSA. So again, if you have any questions, let myself or Eric know. We'll be, available to answer any questions. And Eric, if you want to add any more to that.
Yeah, I think that pretty much covers it. They're called, some people call them the 402 grants. I don't know if maybe you didn't catch a traffic safety grant, if that didn't mean anything to you. 402 grants is what some folks know it by.
Yeah. So it looks like, a bunch of people, local agencies can go after it, MAD, other departments. So if you have any questions, give us a shout.
Awesome, thank you. Any other comments, questions, announcements, cool things you're doing, cool things you have planned?
I did actually have one other thing that I want to mention. Some of you guys may have noticed if you've tried to use CDMS lately that you no longer have access or it's not working. That's not a bug that due to some of the statute changes that Laura was mentioning earlier and some of the internal discussions we've had, we've made the decision to limit access to CDMS to internally within FDOT only. So if you previously had access as an outside agency, you no longer will have access, and we are instead encouraging you to then go ahead and just, if you don't have an account with Signal 4 already, request one from them. If you had access to CDMS, you most likely qualify for a Signal 4 account. So just kind of a heads up, if anybody is trying to get in, we've seen emails coming in, people thinking, there was a glitch in the system or something, but unfortunately, we're just encouraging everyone to switch to Signal 4 since it's going to be the official DOT crash data source going forward.
Awesome. Other thoughts? Hearing none, we can start to wrap up. We will meet again next month, it looks like in person. Is there a space that is willing to host us? Is there something already on the books that I'm not aware of? Okay.
Not for this meeting. We can either choose a space or we can go virtual again and then just at the next quarter have our in-person meeting. So it's up to the group what you guys want to do for next meeting.
Do folks have preferences? Do we want to punt this?
Well, since I don't have a venue to offer, I can't object to either format.
Agreed.
I will say, I think for this next meeting, I will be in Auburndale for a coalition meeting, but if we do want to have it in person, it looks like we have a conference room available here that I'd be happy to book on our behalf. So if we do decide to go that direction, we'd be happy to have it here.
Okay. So it sounds like we've got a couple of offers, but also some possible recommendations for not. I think we can probably figure that out maybe in a smaller group and then push that out. Okay.
Yeah,
great.
I can start a side conversation and then you guys just let me know what you want to do. And thank you very much, Eric, for offering a FDOT conference room.
Nicole also posted in the chat that they can try USFPD again. She just needs a heads up.
Awesome. Thank you.
Okay, awesome.
Well, if there is nothing else, please feel free to interrupt me if there is. We can adjourn and have a wonderful ramp back up into the world and work and society and all of those things, and a very, very happy new year. And we'll see you next month.
Awesome. Thank y'all.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.